So let me give you an example situation and you'll tell me if it sounds familiar to you. You're busy at work, running errands, or stuck at home for various reasons, and you look outside the window and you start convincing yourself that there is incredible light, perfect moments, and just amazing shots happening everywhere, and you're missing all of it. And then, when comes the time where you finally do get a chance to grab your camera and go out, suddenly nothing seems interesting, you're sure that the streets are empty and boring, the condition seems bad, there's no light to be seen, and you just tell yourself that there's nothing good to shoot. It's almost ironic. You feel like all the photos are there to be taken when you can't photograph them, and they all disappear once you finally have time to shoot. I've often found myself falling into the trap of having this wrong and kind of messed up mindset, and actually, if I'm being honest, it still happens to me sometimes, but recently I've been trying to flip things around completely. So here's the alternative mindset I've been trying my best to stick to as of lately, and I want to share it with you. It's actually quite simple. You just have to think and convince yourself that there are always great photos waiting to be taken, at any time, in any place, and under any conditions. Now, there are still things to be careful about to apply this mindset the best way possible, and when you cannot shoot, it's crucial not to beat yourself up for missing those shots that are out there. Yes, they exist and you're not taking them, but here's the important thing. There will always be just as many opportunities when you're finally free to pick up your camera. So when finally comes the time for you to go out and take photos, even if you're suddenly feeling a bit tired or your motivation drops as you're about to pick up your camera and head out the door, you should remember this: nothing's changed. There are still plenty of great moments happening right now, and this time the good news is that you will be out there, camera in hand, ready to capture them. It's not like the universe is conspiring against you to make the outside exciting when you cannot go out and make it boring when you're finally out shooting. So I think it's a good time now to illustrate this idea by looking at some examples, and no later than this week I went out to take photos twice, and this theory just proved itself again, and I got rewarded from applying this mindset. So, take this first example from last week. When I headed out, things were not fully looking promising at all. The sky was dull, the light was flat, definitely not the kind of conditions you dream about as a photographer. But instead of packing it in, I reminded myself of this new mindset: great shots exist everywhere, even in so-called bad conditions. No longer after that, I stumbled across this scene: a man peacefully taking a nap on a bench in the park. The soft and diffused light actually worked to my advantage here almost, matching the quiet, relaxed feeling of the scene. Later that same day, things took a surprising turn. When I first started shooting, the light was flat, like I said before, but as the session went on, the conditions slowly improved. The sun started peeking through and created this strong, angled beam of light that sliced through the narrow streets of Hiroshima. Suddenly, everything just clicked. That mix of shadow and light brought depth and contrast to scenes that earlier felt dull. I could play with layering, timing, and mood just by positioning myself and waiting for the right subject to walk into my frames. And still on that same day, just to show how much can actually happen in just a few hours of shooting, I came across something totally unexpected. I had no idea that there was a festival happening somewhere outside the city, but as I kept walking through the center, I started noticing people dressed in yukata. They were probably on their way to the event, but in the meantime they were just casually strolling through the city. It created these really cool photo opportunities, traditional summer clothing against the more urban, modern backdrop of Hiroshima. It wasn't planned, I didn't go out chasing it, I simply happened to be out with my camera, and that allowed me to catch those moments. And again on the same day, I came across this vibrant green Nissan Skyline just parked there. No setup, no chasing, it was just there. If I had stayed home thinking that there's probably only grey cars and boring scenes today, I would have missed it. With the wrong mindset, we filter out potential without even realizing it. But when you're open, when you believe that interesting things will appear, they often do. it just kept going. I was walking down a side street when all of a sudden a thick cloud of smoke started filling the area. I guess some sort of grilled meat izakaya was doing some prep and sent this burst of smoke into the street, transforming the whole vibe of the scene. I had my 90mm lens on and I just reacted. The light cut through the haze, silhouettes started forming and people passed by with umbrellas, so it became this cinematic little moment I couldn't have predicted or planned. And to close out that day, I got treated to a calm, beautiful bit of sunset. The colors were subtle and they gave this really gentle tone to everything around me. Nothing dramatic or epic, but I think that's the point. These final moments reminded me that even the quiet, low-key end to a photo session can be deeply rewarding if you're present and open. Whether it was the soft gradient sky above the Peace Park structures, the golden light touching the atomic dome, or even the glow coming from a random public restroom in the trees, there was beauty to be found all the way through. Then just a few days later, I was out after a client shoot. It had been a very long day, I was tired, the heat had drained me, and honestly, I could just have gone straight home. But again, this mindset kicked in. I figured, I'm already out, I have my camera, so why not keep going a little longer? And just like that, I got a little second wind. I walked through the city as the night fell, which is something I rarely do, and I ended up capturing a series of photos that I'm decently happy with. Another example that really illustrates my point was this morning at the Chuleito Pagoda. I had planned to capture that iconic sunrise view of Mount Fuji, clear skies, golden light, the whole perfect postcard look. But when I woke up, the weather was miserable. Thick clouds and a forecast that basically screamed like, go back to bed, but I was already up, so I went anyway. So no, I didn't get the shot I had in mind, Mount Fuji never even showed up, but I got this surreal, moody silhouette of the pagoda. And honestly, 9 months later, I still remember this morning more than the sunrise I did capture 2 days later in the perfect weather. And that's the thing, when everything lines up, it's great, but when nothing goes to plan and you still come back with something you're proud of, it hits differently. It feels earned and it becomes yours. And maybe the best example of this mindset paying off is this photo right here. A cherry blossom tree hit by a perfect beam of golden sunset light. It was overcast the whole afternoon, the light wasn't looking great, but I decided to head out anyway. I spent hours walking around taking some photos here and there, and I was just about to call it a day. And then, really out of nowhere, this tiny gap in the clouds opened up, a single beam of sunlight cut through, slipped between 2 apartment buildings and hit this sakura tree just as it was in full bloom. I was standing there, camera in hand and ready. Literally nothing pointed to this moment ever happening, but it did. And the only reason I was able to capture it was because I chose to be out there. That just makes it even more special for me, who took the shot and remember the whole story that led to it. And it's almost like when you have all the green lights and you go out and you get a superb shot, it's too easy and maybe more forgettable. So really I think that if you're into photography for already quite a while, or any other like creative outlet, the truth is that the hardest part is almost always stepping outside your door, or just starting. But once you've done that, you'll notice something special happens. Your mood lifts, inspiration kicks in, momentum starts building. And before you know it, you're creating images you would never have imagined from the comfort of your couch. And trust me, after having that kind of day, you'll feel pretty silly for even considering not heading out in the first place. I hope this video can be helpful. I have this strange relationship with photography that I love so deeply, but at the same time that I struggle to practice often enough, and maybe you're like me, and this idea that great photos are literally available at any time and in any place can help. If so, I'm happy. So thanks a lot for watching. See you soon. Bye.